It's almost like, imagine I had you like at the top, like a main, like a queen or whatever. Like I see you as that. So meaning in the sense that you know everything about me. You're the only person I'm ever gonna let you in all the way. You're gonna see me,
Thanks.
like you're gonna see me through every kind of like emotion or whatever, which you have seen me for every kind of emotion or whatever. But then I had, let's say, two people below that, which were just like consistent links. One was like a video model thing, another one was like some older Jamaican thing. And then below that, I would just have like another four consistent links that I might just keep there because maybe
Can I
they.
take a break?
Donny had a hierarchy of sneaky links. Glad I never met your parents. Full disclosure, episode 1. That's a slip right there. That's a slip.
Can I take a break? 1 second.
Can I take a break? I just got a hinge. Damn, tears. Damn, I had to bring on a makeup team.
But you know me way before any kind of social media things. You're the only person that probably knows the real me.
What was so hard for you to say, do you know what, I can't be with you because I know I'm not capable of being faithful?
Damn.
For the first time, Castillo wants to sit down with his ex Ria to come clean on his past behaviours whilst they were together. But with Castillo revealing a hidden secret, is an amicable solution on the cards, or will shock revelations be too much for Riek to forgive and forget?
That was a lengthy intro. There's gonna be more people, yeah. Full disclosure.
What's good, Ree?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, not too bad. You look nice.
Thank you.
You're not gonna say I look nice or
No.
nice? I thought you were gonna say.
Nah, that no was swift. That no was swift. Okay, there's hard feelings. There's hard feelings. There's cold blood between them right now.
Say something about me looking nicer. You know I got dressed up for the
No,
occasion.
you look alright, but I just want to know why you brought me here.
Bro, we're just
Oh
gonna get straight.
shit, man, like Mex. Shout out you, man. Shout out you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Join us for the reaction, yeah. I know you know about Castillo. You're from the UK. We'll see what we'll see what needs to be fully disclosed. Yeah, we're gonna see what needs to be fully disclosed. See that? I said that because of the title. Full disclosure. You see what I'm doing, mate? You see what I'm doing, mate? My wordplay. I'm better than Dave, bro.
To it like that.
Basically.
I don't know, this feels mad formal. But basically, the only reason I brought you on here is because obviously we was in a relationship for 4 years. Yeah.
3.5.
Now it's 4.
It was 3.5.
Why 3.5?
It was 3.5.
It was.
Man's here to witness it. Say no more. Say no more. Big shout out to Mex. Bro, 3.5 years is a long time. Like, people say that like it's a normal thing. 3.5 years. 3.5 years ago, I didn't even know what uni I was going to. Like, 3.5 years is a long. Slightly, I might have 3.5 years ago is 2022 now. 2019. Yeah, like 2018, end of 2018. Bro, that's like I was in the first year of sixth form. Now that's crazy. 3.5 years is a long time, man. A lot has happened in these 3.5 years.
It's 4.
Go on.
But yeah, basically, there's a lot that you don't know and a lot that I never said. And I just feel like this is the time that I want to actually.
No, it doesn't make sense why you couldn't have told me this before. I don't know why you feel like it's like the best solution is to come here first and tell me.
I think because I'm kind of like an open book now, innit, with all this social media thing.
Yeah, I've been asking you like to come forward and be honest with certain things you've done, which you've never done. So it doesn't make sense to me.
You
Why you
never
waited
asked
so
me.
long?
But you never asked me.
I have asked you, Joe.
To him, it meant nothing. Yeah, that's how it seemed. Oh, I was just hearing some shouting from outside. But yeah, what's called? Yeah, no, to him it meant nothing still. But that's a long time. How can 3.5 years just off your head like that. That's crazy.
You've asked me little things, but not.
But you've never been honest about anything.
I've kind of been honest about a few things. A few things. Do you get what I mean? I don't even know where to start. Do you get what I mean? Like, where would I even begin with like what I want to say? Throughout the 4 years, would you say that it was a good relationship?
Do you know what? That's not what this is about. But like, obviously, in our relationship, things were good, but at the same time, we've had our problems. You know, reason why it wasn't always great. Reason why I had to step out a few times, but at the same time,
What do you mean step out and back?
I've stepped out a few times.
You're chatting shit.
I've stepped out.
You are chatting shit. I know you're chatting shit.
When I say step out, I don't mean like going elsewhere and
Okay,
being
thank
with someone
God. I
else
thought
in
you
a
were trying to
relationship.
chat some other shit. Well,
No, I'm not talking about that, Joseph. I'm talking about me telling you that I need a break from you.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh,
you know, not talking to you for like a while. That's what
see, that's why I assume she meant by step out. But you know me, I'm not in touch with the young kid slang like that.
I mean by step
Okay, I am, but that I was confused there.
out, not as in to see someone else.
But I never really saw like you going quiet as like. Do you know what I mean? I never really saw that as a break. I just saw that as you was just vexed in the
So
moment.
you just thought that me not speaking to you for a whole week is just me being angry and that you think
Yeah.
it's normal. So you're
Damn.
sick.
That's kind of what I thought.
So you're trying to tell me that by you not speaking to me for a whole week, 10 days is fine, like it's normal in a relationship.
To be fair, back then,
And said she said the government. So,
that's kind of what I thought.
So you're trying to tell me that by you not speaking to me for a whole week, 10 days is fine, like it's normal in a relationship.
To be fair, back then, the way I was kind of moving, I never really, like, I paid attention to the silence, but at the same time, I just thought it was just you.
did I do
being
a show
vexed
like
and then you
this?
just chill out after a little while. Do you know what I mean?
It'd be
No,
mad
at the end of
awkward
the
if I
day,
did.
If I feel like, if I've gone quiet on you, it's your job to try and find out why I'm upset, you know, and we're meant to resolve this.
But you see, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Back then, I wouldn't have even thought about that. I think from then till now, I've probably changed a lot in how you know me.
Okay, so what's the difference from then and now?
What do you mean? Like, as in, what I
The way
mean
you
is in
portray
this.
yourself on the way you but the way you still portray yourself, I don't see a difference. It's just that you're more open about it.
No, what I mean is in the sense that the way I see things and looking back at things now, I can understand it a bit better than I was then. So back then, a lot of things that I was doing, like, you know, I never used to like to talk on the phone.
Like, she borderline hates this guy, bro.
I used to hate talking on the phone. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But now that that's just a little thing, but something like that now,
What was your problem with that?
because of how I was used to moving, the phone call things,
Give me an example.
when you're the type of person that moves a bit mad and you see a lot of different people, then you never really want to talk on the phone
So
to
as
people.
in you will see other people.
I'll get to that. But what I'm trying to say is that the reason I never liked phone calls because I got used to a certain way of moving. So meaning things like we've never ever had each other's phone passwords, but I'm pretty sure if I'd asked you back then, you would have said, yeah. If you'd have asked me, I would have probably never given it to you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like things like my phone face down and all these things. These were just natural things, the things
He stops behaving like a hoe, basically, is what he's trying to say.
that were just how I'd move. But realistically, looking back at it, that's not things that you do in a relationship. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But that's how I was used to moving. Now, like the reason I've really brought you on it is because there's so much like things that I want to say to you because obviously there's social media, but you know we way before any kind of social media things. You were the only person that
See, I have to question if it's fake or not. Because what self-respecting person would want to have their dirty laundry aired on not national television, but you get what I'm trying to say, like put on the internet? Like, who would want that? So I have to question if it's fake or not. Unless she's getting Bradina, unless she's getting the moolah from this.
probably knows the real me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know me through and through, even before gold teeth, everything.
Okay.
So what I
I
mean
know
is
the
in the
point is-
sense that I owe you a lot of things. Like I owe you
Oh, 100%.
explanations. Do you understand? Yeah,
100%.
that's what I'm trying to
And I
say.
don't know why it took you this long. Like, I'm just not understanding it. So when our relationship ended, and I've been asking you about what happened. Like,
I wonder where she's
with
from.
us and anyone else, which you wouldn't tell me. I
She
don't
saw
know
the
why
piece.
you
Yeah,
felt
bro,
like
it
you
must be
couldn't
the
tell me
case.
until now. That's what I don't understand, Joseph.
You just use my government name, bro.
Mhm.
That's okay. you could do it. I don't mind. The reason I couldn't tell you all these things then is because, to be fair,
That's his name's Joseph. That's crazy. That's crazy.
you could do it. I don't mind. The reason I couldn't tell you all these things then is because, to be fair, I was never able to just look at you in the face and say any of these things to you. It would kill me to say any of these things to you because
pathetic, to be honest.
kill me to say any of these things to you because of how highly I view you. You're
I said pathetic.
you're my longest relationship. You're my first love. You're the only person I've ever wanted to have children with.
No, you
Only
didn't.
person I'd ever want to get
No, you
married to.
didn't.
No, that's the thing. That's what you think. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, throughout the time that we was together, there's so much that you didn't know about me. There's me like you know me, and you know the real me. But there's other parts of me that you could never know. In regards to when you asked me, was I...
I said the only one he wants to have children with. That's a big statement, you know. It takes a lot for a man to say, I want to have kids with you. You know what I mean? It takes a lot.
seeing other people? Not,
What you seen other people? Is a yes or no answer?
yeah.
How many?
That's when it gets complicated because then I'd have to...
How many?
No, I'd have to give you...
How many?
I can't tell you.
It's
I
not
could
even
give you a
funny, I
number.
don't
I
know
could
why
give you a
you're laughing.
number. No, I couldn't give you a number. It's the way you're
You
just
can't
being...
give me a number.
What I mean is in the sense that...
Damn.
Okay, best way I could describe it, yeah. When we first got
Damn.
together, I didn't expect us to get in a relationship because I never expected it to turn into that because I never wanted a relationship with anybody, but throughout being with you, I think once it hit a year, to me it was just like, that's when I would say that I proper fell in love with you after a year. And it was basically for a lot of different actions as to why I fell in love with you. So a lot of things that you would do, a lot of things that you would say, a lot of your nature, being around you, you being around like my
A year to fall in love with someone.
obviously my mum, my grandmother.
I guess it takes different lengths of time, isn't it? Some people can probably fall in love with people after a week. Some people a year. It's just a year seems long to me, but it's not. I don't know, to be fair. I really don't.
And seeing how you were and all that stuff, that's all these little things that made me actually fall in love with you. So for me, it's always a slow burn because it's always, for me, I look at everybody the same. I kind of hold everybody to the same standard. Do you know what I mean? But you surpassed it and you just went to next levels of it.
Okay, but it doesn't make sense. So I surpassed that, went to next level, but you're still cheating.
Yeah, but I
I fell in love, but you're still cheating.
yeah. But the thing about that is,
All that he can say was yeah. Yeah.
that I don't think I was ready.
You fell in love, but you're still cheating.
Yeah,
That's not love, Joe.
it is love. It is love. A man can love someone and then see other people. Okay, look, if I'm just being honest with you, this is how it goes, yeah?
So if I was in love with you, but I was out there seeing other people, it'd be fine.
No, that's mad.
Okay, so why?
That's different though.
How is it different?
It's different. It's just different.
How is it different?
I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's just different. Yeah, but
I get why he's saying it's different, you know. I get why he's saying it's different. You know, I've heard people say that when a guy cheats, he can genuinely just cheat and cut and have no feelings attached. But when a girl cheats, yeah, if a girl cheats, there's 100% going to be feelings attached, 100% of the time. So in that regard, I get what you're saying in terms of it's different. It's still brazy though.
this is what I'm gonna say.
Fucking idiot.
This is what I'm gonna say. Like when we first got together, it was literally just you, and I always saw you as my girlfriend. So I always put you in another box as anything. You're the only person that I would.
You're not that doesn't make me feel.
No. It's not about making you feel something way. I'm just basically trying to make you get something. So for example, if I'm honest, I met you at an event, right?
Right.
We met each other at an event, yeah? I met other people at that event, but I never took any of those people serious. But the problem with me is I just kept consistent links with people that I didn't really give a fuck about. But then you was always my girlfriend. And I
Wait,
always
whilst we was together.
yeah.
Damn.
So like, during our 4 years,
Damn.
I don't know how to put it in a way not sounding like a weirdo. But it's almost like, imagine I had you like at the top, like a main, like a queen or whatever. Like I see you as that. So meaning in the sense that you know everything about me. You're the only person I'm ever gonna let you in all the way. You're gonna see me, like you're gonna see me through every kind of like emotion or whatever, which you have seen me for every kind of emotion or whatever. But then I had, let's say, 2 people below that, which were just like consistent links. One was like a video model thing, another one was like some older Jamaican thing. And then below that, I would just have like another 4 consistent links that I might just keep there because maybe
Can I take a break?
Donny had a hierarchy of sneaky links. No. You know that's nah. He had a pyramid scheme of sneaky links, as in recruit someone, and if they recruit 2 more people, they can be seen more. He had a hierarchy of sneaky links. You know how crazy that is? Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Some of these sneaky links are trying to get to Chairman 100. That is crazy. That is crazy. No way.
Can I take a break? 1 second.
See, that's a lot to do with, especially if it's that was from the very start of the relationship. Nah, he's a bad guy still. He's a bad guy. I get the feeling that he genuinely does feel bad though. I get the feeling he genuinely does feel. I feel like he's changed. You know. He said it. He said it in that clip. There's a back chat clip. Maybe I have to find it, insert it in the edit. But what's it called? Where he was like, he was cheating around before. Now he's a changed man. I had to do the makeup. That's crazy. So the tear is really set. As the tear was dropping down, it picked up the makeup that was there and pulled it with it. I wonder how long he was waiting there for though.
Right.
Background music, no nothing. Just silence, bro. They're awkward. Let me turn it up a bit.
Yeah, come. On the back. It should be alright. Yeah. Go on.
Composure.
Yeah, so
That right there is composure. I respect this lady, man. I respect her.
are you right?
Fuck you.
Oh, I know that one.
Do you know what? It's nothing to be sad about because
There's nothing to be said about.
no, not on your end because
Not on my end.
in the long run, it's like
You're
I'm
not making
the,
sense.
He's
like, I'm the
waffling.
one that should be.
He's
I
waffling.
don't know how to say.
No,
it.
he's-
What? Go on. You're the one that should be sad.
He's
I
trying to
mean,
say
in the
I'm
sense
sorry.
that
He's trying to say I'm
Are you
sorry.
sick?
It's bad karma for me, not for you. It's best for you because you're free from it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You're free from it. But with what I'm about
It's
to tell
bad
you,
karma for you.
yeah,
So that karma hasn't come yet, okay.
no, it has.
No, it hasn't.
No, that's the thing. It has. These people didn't mean anything to me. This was like a pastime. These weren't people that I gave a fuck about. I didn't give a fuck about none of these people.
The thing is, right, if you felt the way you felt about me, but you was doing your bullshit on the side, what was so hard for you to say, do you know what, I can't be with you because I know I'm not capable of being faithful?
Because
What was so hard about doing that?
I
And then you'll take me outside in public.
it wasn't.
And when I'm working, that's what you're doing behind closed doors. But did you not feel that's embarrassing on my behalf? Ain't that embarrassing for me?
Looking back on it,
It
yeah.
I would be
is.
out all the time. Was you not always out?
Yeah. Looking back on it, yeah. And that's why I'm trying to say that it took me a long time to realize all
You're a
these different
fucking
things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It took me a long time to realize what I was doing.
It took you too long to realize.
I didn't want to tell you because ultimately I wanted to be with you. I only ever wanted to be with you. And I thought to myself,
Aww.
me doing what I was doing, it wasn't anything serious for me, so I never took it serious. I literally looked at it like a pastime. I didn't give a fuck about any of these people. I would meet their families, meet meet their mums, meet all these type of people, and I didn't give a fuck about their parents. I didn't give a fuck about their family. I didn't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, you was never meeting mine anyways.
No, and this is the thing.
You was never meeting mine.
Nah, and I'm
No, that's crazy. Joseph, that's his name, right? That's crazy, bro. Meeting other people's families. No, that's crazy.
glad I never met yours
That's a tier 1 menace.
because it's like you not ever introducing me to your parents.
Purposely done.
Yeah, me meeting your parents to me would have felt like the ultimate disrespect on my end. Yeah, with other people, I didn't give a fuck about them, so I didn't really care to meet their parents. With you, I never
You know,
wanted
that's
to
the
meet.
complete opposite as to the generation these days.
What do you mean?
Guys don't want to meet the girls' families
Yeah.
unless it's a serious situation. It's like you think backwards.
Yeah, because I was ashamed. I didn't want to meet your parents because I knew what I was doing, and I thought I can't meet your parents knowing that this is what I'm doing because I care too much for you to meet your parents. Whereas everybody else,
You care too much.
yeah, but everybody else, I didn't give a fuck because I didn't mind meeting their parents. I could look at their mums and have a big conversation with people's mums and make their mums
You know
like
you're
me,
sick.
and I didn't give a fuck
You know
about their
you're
mum.
sick.
No, I'm baffed, you know. I'm not even baffed. I'm curious as to what goes on in his head. Like, how does one think? Like, what are his thoughts like, especially in that time period where he had his pyramid scheme of sneaky links. Oh, what was it? That is crazy.
I understand what you're saying, and that's why I'm saying this is why I'm talking to you about it now, because now I'm able to talk about it. Now I'm able to.
I can't lie. Sometimes girls need to just listen. Fairs. I think the more she listens, even the more we listen, the more the audience listens, we're gonna understand what Castillo is saying more. She's just bare bugging out. Let him speak. No, I won't say she's bugging. She's getting onto him still. She's getting her jabs in, but she's not bugging out. Bugging out. She's not there yet. She's kept composure for the most part. But no, I hear what you're saying.
Basically tell you what was on my mind, like, and just tell you how I was moving, because it's been a long time. You're the only person I've wanted to have kids with. You're the only person, and I know I'm never, and you know me already to know that I don't want kids. I never wanted kids, never, and you know that. But we'll get to that. But you know that I've never wanted children. Look, for real. Look, you know, Ree, for real. Have I ever wanted children?
Well,
Let me just
show me that you haven't wanted children.
You know me well enough to know that I've never wanted children. You know my mum well enough to know how I am when it comes to kids. You know that, and that's not even me saying that to you. That comes from my mum. You know that, right? I'm not trying
Bro,
to,
just say
you get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
bro. No, there she's tweaking a bit still. Just say yeah.
I've never wanted children with anybody
That's why you abandoned yours.
besides you. Yeah, let's just listen to what I'm gonna get to that. That was one of the reasons that we got to that point.
She had a kid by him. Wait. Let me not jump the gun, you know. Let me not jump too far. Let me not jump to conclusions.
Where we were kind of like, it wasn't ever gonna, like, it wasn't progressing, because I knew you wanted to have children, and it's something that I kept on avoiding, right? And you know that. It's something I kept on trying to like put off, and
And a secret.
I'm gonna get to that. You know, obviously my biological mum and dad, it was a one-night stand. They had me, both of them are schizophrenic, and then my grandmother adopted me.
Damn.
And I've literally been raised by my gran from a baby in poverty, been through.
You know, but you're trying to what you're trying to say is because you never had a actual father or like a proper family in your life, you thought that you were able to give that to someone else.
No.
That's
not
what it is.
No, that's not what it was. Now, you know that when we was going out together, that like financially, emotionally, mentally, everything, I was literally,
You was broke.
and I was unhappy. Yeah? And when it comes to me linking all these different girls that I didn't give
Why was there a random shot of her feet? Come on, producers. What? Why was there a random shot of her feet?
a fuck about. The reason I was doing that was because I was failing in like every other aspect of my life. That was the only thing I felt that was an accomplishment to me. It's the only thing I felt that I could look at like, that is something that,
Sorry, what?
like, it's almost like when you fail in every other aspect of life,
What was your accomplishment?
knowing that I could get girls, that was what it was to me.
That was your accomplishment. That's
Yeah,
what you
at the
focused
time, yeah.
in life. That's what
At
you
the
thought was
time, yeah.
important.
At the time, yeah. You don't know this, but obviously you know the time when we went to Christine's, who's obviously,
Yeah.
people that don't know, my biological mum. Like, when I went through that time, like, I literally nearly went.
See, that might sound weird to people, but I get what he's saying, you know? I get what he's saying. If everything in your life has gone to doo-doo, yeah, and there's one thing you can hold on to, one good thing, regardless of what it is, you'll hold on to it, even if it's, what's a dead example? Even if it's something as simple as dress sense, you're broke, education's not there, my finances is not there, friends is not there, is not there, but you can dress, bro. A guy will hold on to it. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying in that regard.
Went crazy.
You hear him?
I nearly
Yeah.
went mad. And I was super unhappy. I wanted to kill myself. I was super unhappy. When you ask me why couldn't I tell you all these things, is because you kept me alive almost. Like you kind of kept me, like, I would have probably like killed myself if it wasn't for you. You're the only thing that really kept me going. When it comes down to the
That's deep,
finances
you know?
things, you know that I was trying. Like, that's one thing, I was always trying. Like, I was always doing,
Yeah.
I was always like hustling with my events thing. I was trying my hardest to do that. And to be honest with you, when it comes to falling in love, the moment I fell in love with you was that time when I had my first event. I was selling tickets and you was out there with me. I would honestly say that it's moments like that that made me realize that I was really in love with you and I wanted to keep you forever. And that's why I was so funny about,
The thing is, right, yeah,
yeah,
in regards to helping you out, it just doesn't make sense because when it comes to like being financial, I was helping you out at the same time. Like
Yeah.
if you needed something, I would have been there for you. So like, and I never actually asked you for anything,
no.
right? And I was okay with my job and I was stable. So,
That's the thing.
and you was doing your part-time jobs as well.
That wasn't shit though.
It was still an income. People do worse things than you.
Nah. For me,
Man-
that period
man
of my
just
life,
said nah.
I have to say that's like probably, in terms of like love and connection with you, for me that was like my greatest. But in terms of my own personal self, like building and all that stuff, it's like I hit like rock bottom. And like obviously I couldn't do no more events because there was like a shooting at my rave and all the venues got locked off in West London and shit like that. And then obviously I was doing the nightclub security thing and I was doing bouncing and then I was doing the kitchen porter thing and that was like 6, 7 an hour. The nightclub bouncing thing, that was like 10 an hour. And all these things just made me think to myself,
Well,
like,
do you know what? Do you know what I was
well,
thinking about? When we was together, there's times when you personally ask me how I'm feeling
Yeah,
in regards to our relationship.
yeah. Because I
Like,
wanted,
no, you'd ask me, oh,
you
how
wanna
do you
break up
feel?
with
Is
me?
everything okay? Blah,
Yeah.
blah. What do you think we can change or whatnot? But these times, yours being a slag outside the house. So at the end of the day, you had no right to even ask me how I felt about the relationship.
when I said to you, when I was asking you,
That
I
is
didn't
weird,
ask-
you know? That is weird. That is weird. That is weird. That is really weird. You're out there, basically, you're out there ruining the relationship. Meanwhile, you're asking them on how to improve it. That is weird. It's like you're trying to, for all the damage you're doing, you want her to do the repairs and all. That's weird of you.
Ask yourself that.
no, when I was
But
asking
didn't
you,
you ask yourself that?
what do you mean?
How you felt about the relationship? If you know it's not right, so you should just let me go.
Who, me?
Yes.
Like I said, I couldn't let you go because I felt like you was keeping me alive. And at the same time, because we had been through so much, I never wanted to let you go. Like I said, I just saw these people as pastimes and boredom and something to do while I was bored. But during that time, I thought to myself, as time goes on, I'm always gonna have you, and it's eventually, it's gonna
So you're
work
basically
out.
just using me. Just holding me
Nah,
there
it
for no
wouldn't have been
reason.
using because
He wasn't using you. He was choosing you. Think about it. Yeah? Think about it.
like I said, I wanted to have kids with you, I wanted to marry. I just needed to sort my own self out. That's how I was looking at it. It was never a thing where I'm gonna like let
So
you
where
go.
would you say you are now in life?
What do you mean?
Financially, emotionally?
I would say like this is the maddest thing about that time. I'd say emotionally,
I'm talking about now, compared to last time.
I say this is the first time that I know myself. I didn't know myself before in the sense that just as we, obviously at Christine's fucking house, like that's when everything started happening for me. That's when things slowly started happening for me. And then everything started changing for me. Like obviously,
For the better?
yeah, because obviously the social media thing changed my life. It's the only, like, I've made more money from social media than I ever had from anything. I made more in social media
So would you say you're
in a
financially
month than I
stable
did in
now?
my whole life working. Say that again?
So would you say you're financially stable now?
I would say yeah.
You are?
I would say yeah. Emotionally, I know myself a bit more because when we was together, you knew that I was trying. I was either trying my venting, I was trying to do music, that was my main thing. I was trying so many different things. You'd see me trying a million different things. And it's like nothing was working. And it just added to more of the fact why. Remember that time with the 20p? The 20p?
That you thought that you got upset because I threw it behind the bed?
Yeah.
Okay. It was 20p.
Yeah, but it hit me that much because it's like, it's all I had.
It was 20p.
Oh, damn.
That's all I had. And then I think, even though you was joking when you dashed it, it made me go crazy because I thought to myself, like, this is literally all I have. And it wasn't about you, it was about me. I just thought to myself, wow, look at the way I've got my life to this point where this 20p is all the fuck that I got right now.
You're trying to tell me that's all you had? And
Yeah.
that's why you reacted the way you did?
I got angry at that.
It was
because,
20p, Joe.
Yeah, but I got angry at that moment because it wasn't about you. It was a build-up of everything in my life at that moment. It's almost like everything I was trying at that moment, everything had failed. Then I'm thinking about like all these other things on my mind where I was living. I was thinking about the fact that I'm with you and I felt like I wasn't giving you what you needed in terms of like I said, I couldn't take you out, I couldn't do all these different things. And then it's just like, when I saw that 20p and then you dashed that, I said, in my head, I was just like, this is the only shit that I have right now.
See, I get that.
It
No, I
wasn't
get that.
you
I get
throwing
that.
it and like doing it. It just made me think, it's just like a trigger for me. That's why it made me go so crazy. There's only two people in the world I give a fuck about. And that's Elizabeth, that's my mum, grandma, and you. You're the only two people that I give a fuck about. I just thought to myself, I'm nothing. Like, I'm not doing anything right. And the only two people that I want to make proud or make happy, I'm not. You were always comforting to me. You never made me feel shit about my situation. And in some ways, that's what made me more angry at myself, because I thought to myself, you're literally not doing anything wrong. It's all me.
I don't know what to say about that one. I don't know what to say.
You mentioned something earlier about
Yeah.
abandoning.
He's opening up, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Like I asked you, that's why I asked you, do you feel like you're financially stable now?
but that's a whole nother story.
Do you feel like you're financially stable? Because when we was together, you told me you couldn't have children because you weren't financially stable.
Yeah. And
But
then
right
all of a
now, how
sudden,
do you feel?
I need to get into that situation.
No, you need to answer the question.
No, I need to get into that situation because it's not a black and white situation. It's not something that would make sense to anybody. I'd have to explain it to you. When we was together, like I said, I think it must have been during the second year. This is the reason why I've never sat down and really spoke to you about this. Because this is the biggest thing that this is the only thing that's ever bothered me and pissed me off, yeah? And it's a cause of a lot of problems between me and you would never even know. Best way I could describe it is like this, without bringing somebody else's name and fucking up their name, even though I feel how I feel.
The music for the credits had me a bit. I wasn't sure whether it was from the show or from around me.
Feel about that person, yeah? During the time we've seen each other,
Next week on Full Disclosure.
Next week on Full Disclosure, yeah. Part 2, straight to part 2, I'll be real, straight to part 2.